And welcome to Drunk Old Man Making Games. I am your host, the Drunk Old Man, and more importantly, I am making games. So far, if you're a regular visitor to my channel, you will know that we commence proceedings with the ceremonial pouring of the beer. I open it in my kitchen, but I shall pour it here, so you'll just have to believe that it's real beer. It looks so good, how can it be anything other than real beer? Oh god. I also can't pour it properly, so that more or less guarantees it's real beer. Oh, just yes please. Anyway. So, what am I doing? Who am I again? What's going on over there? I don't know, seriously? Why is everything always so stupid? I don't want the chat replay. No, I don't know, whatever. Hopefully a chat will come up. In fact, I'm going to say, so, welcome. In fact, I'm going to ask a question of the day. Question of the day. What is the question of the day? Don't know. I need to come up with a good question of the day now. I have a tendency to forget that's there. Question of the day. I think question of the day is going to be something along the lines of question of the day. I'm thinking. God, this is really very, 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 very slow. Why are you so slow? Slow. Well, that's odd. No. Oh, this is very slow. Goodness me. Oh well. Gonna do a slowness check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not the most fascinating television. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What the bobbling hell? 21, 22. Okay, this is extremely slow. We can't do this. This is too slow. Too slow. Is it my computer that's the problem? Or is it my I can't deal with that level of lag. It's just not acceptable. Don't apparently it's a past broadcast. Why don't know what's going on here at all? Why a 3-second broadcast is a past broadcast? It's entirely beyond me. There we go. Well, now I wave. Let's see if that comes up. 1 Mississippi. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Good. It was just my phone. Anyway, not the most fascinating stuff. Still need a question of the day, and the question of the day is why do I have that open? Because obviously we should have my game running, and what I should be doing is I should be having it maximized. This is probably how I should start until I get a viewer or two. It's probably not like a bad idea actually. Beep 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 dee dee dee, and I will think of a question of the day while playing my game. Alright, so, oh, I'd forgotten to put these pink lines in, they're going to help. Right, so I've realised, as usual, that I've already made a mistake. Why is this not bigger? Where am I? Am I on the screen? Oh, I am, I'm over there, but... So, I mean, I think this looks fun, but I mean, your opinion may differ. Hey, whoopa! Penguin. Okay, so it's, I mean, it's pretty big, but that'll do. Alright, so, doesn't like being scaled up. That's something I need to look into. In fact, why am I making it so small? God, the screen's so big nowadays. I'm unclear about what to do about this, because I don't want to make all of my art the wrong size. That'd be extremely annoying. So I should probably think about this sooner rather than later, but I just can't quite face it today. Although it'll change, oh god, it'll change things. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, welcome to my stream. I am the Drunk Old Man. I make a game, and the game that I'm currently making is called Radical Penguin. You can see that it's a Radical Penguin because it's a penguin what goes quickly, and thus it is obviously very radical. The penguin will start slower, and then will get quicker, but that's all game stuff that's coming later. At the moment, I'm just putting together the main what's in the Bible, the main kind of play mechanics, I suppose. That's what I'm looking for. Gameplay loop. There we go. Got there eventually. And you see, it's quite hard, but it's also quite easy because I can do it with my left hand while talking to you. So I mean, I think that gives you an idea. So anyway, question of the day. What is the question of the day? Question of the day is: can I type right-handed while playing the game left-handed? Because that'd be pretty sodding gangster. I think we can all agree. No, I can't. That's annoying. That'd be cool. Alright, I will think. Now, why is that so flat? That's odd. You see, I'm still not 100% sure I understand the maths behind this, because it shouldn't be completely flat for something that long, should it? Or is each of those a gradient? Or maybe each of those is a gradient. Anyway, so this is the game. Feel free to have opinions. I'm hoping to put it up on itch in the next... possibly over the weekend, but maybe more realistically at the beginning of next week. I mean, it's not going to do anything. It's going to be the first game test. I'm going to ask people to have opinions about how fast it is, about, you know, if it's satisfying generally. I think, I mean, I'll have to work out a way of, like, having it end, because at the moment you just say stop, which is a bit boring. But yeah. Well, alright, fine. Fascinating as this is, I might actually have to get on with doing some coding. But I am going to think of the question. Oh god, that's really making me feel sick, actually. That's worth knowing. It's not very good for the eyes. Weirdly. Yeah, it was too much big. That's interesting. So maybe it needs a bigger screen. I don't know about that. That is interesting. That's worth bearing in mind. I don't think this is the most pleasant ice texture. It could be these purple bits, or maybe I'm just feeling a bit tired, or maybe my glasses just aren't good enough. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, question of the day. I don't know how to ask a question of the day. I mean, how do I want to ask something that's relevant, but also gives me an insight into my viewers' lives? I think I'd be quite interested to know. I think that's an interesting question. That is an interesting question. Right, I will ask it. Question of the day. Do you tend to make games in your favorite genre, spelled correctly, or in I suppose surely people mainly do. Well, that's why I need to ask, I suppose. Do you tend to make games in your favourite genre, or do you try to follow trends or do you try to follow gameplay trends? What's the most out there genre you've tried to play, tried to make, or even just play if you don't make games yourself? That's kind of technically 2 questions, but I can live with that. Right. Well, that's a question. Right, so back to what I was trying to do. So I had a realization yesterday. Not a big fan of realizations, but I have one nonetheless. And I think the problem is, that so that's okay, that's running, so that's some sort of debug, but I don't really care about that. Yeah, that's a shame. Ooh, itchy foot. So these are private. I think this is kind of beginning to make a certain amount of sense. But what I've decided is that actually we need a basis. I think the problem I've started with is I've tried to make the ground, like, basically I think, yeah, like, this will make sense. Might make sense. Because these numbers are all a bit arbitrary, right? Which is why I've got these very useful to-dos, which I forgot I had actually. How do I find stuff into here? Well, I know it now, I want to find it in here. Oh yeah. Find in files, Control-Shift-F. Alright. So, how many to-dos have I got? Can I put this over here? Oh, I can. That's better. Okay, fine. Right, to do. So can this be part of an amplitude fed to the FBM? So yeah, essentially, right, as you saw here, this is being generated by what's known as a fractal Brownian motion thing, generator. I don't know. But I start with the base points, which are actually the ground points, but actually I think the base points T. I have opinions, I'm just not very good at expressing them. Well, that's better. Now I've got some beer, I'll feel a bit better. So, you see, I'm very confused. So we got the surfaces, right? Final points. So maybe... like, see, basically what I'm thinking is that this thing actually doesn't need to be a tunnel seed. This could just be everything without the gap height. And it would just generate with central points. And then in here, generate surface. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. This makes me feel very stressed, coding, weirdly. I feel very stupid right now. I feel like I'm not really kind of grokking it. I think maybe doing it publicly isn't a very good idea, but I am... I'm what's committed is the word I am. Because it's not that hard, and I know I'm just being an idiot. And I want people to see that even idiots can make games. And I am that idiot. You see, this height multiplier is an issue. I think this is the thing, is that this thing, the tunnel seed, but then this all becomes completely pointless. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh no, it isn't, because it goes somewhere else as well. Where does it go? It kind of goes towards fish. Oh, but the fish needs to know the gap height. Ah! I am absolutely confused about how I'm meant to handle this. Because yeah, then this goes into the bloody fish. So we make the tunnel seed, which seems not a completely stupid idea. We then pass that into the generate terrain, and we also add it to random fish. Add random fish. Then puts it between the two ground. Yeah. And this doesn't have to. Oh no, but it does. It does know the gap height. I'm fairly sure that's not what I mean, but it seems to be what I've done. And maybe it is. Alright, here it is. See, there's a lot of thinking and not much doing. It's always been a problem of mine. I like to work out exactly what I'm doing before I actually do it. Probably doesn't make for terribly exciting television. I really need better glasses as well. This is quite annoying me. I think I'd feel better. How's that going to work? It's going to make things worse, I think, but I might be able to at least see things and then feel slightly less sick. So I think... Oh god, I don't know what I think. I think I should just do it, but I only just finished doing it. Oh, I don't want to do more. So I think I can agree that wasn't necessary. And I think I can agree all of that was useful. Alright, let's commit all of this. So that's just change FBM to 0. And then in here we just delete some comments. Better type thing and add debug guidelines for tunnel. Alright, that'll do. Okay, so hello Poolaroo, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm fighting with fractal Brownian motion and my total lack of understanding thereof. I just refactored this whole thing out and I think I'm about to refactor it all back in again. It's very, very frustrating because I think I was focusing on the wrong issue. Was I? I just don't know. Oh, I'm such an idiot. So what uses this? Can I find out what using it? Find all references. Find all references. So in here we've got the terrain generator where we receive it. But what do I do in here with it? I mean, essentially, I've got the chunk width, so there is some useful stuff. You see, I'm confuzzled. Okay, there is some useful stuff, and I also want to use the same smoothness. Do I want to use the same smoothness? I'm not actually sure I even want to use the same smoothness here. Or necessarily the same seed. I think those are just coincidences. Well, I probably do want to use the same seed, but... I do need to know the current chunk. But I think that's just it. So instead of it being all this complicated nonsense, then what do I do in here? Then I make it, then I shove it in the thing, slightly complexly. Then I do that. Then I add a random fish with it. And the tunnel seed goes in the fish spawn position, that's it. And the fish feed, it's just literally the two things. And it doesn't even involve... How have you been, Poolaroo? What have you been up to? Don't keep me hanging. Talk to me, baby. Are you watching time slip away before you I don't know, I feel like I've completely and utterly overcomplicated this. It felt like such a good idea at the time, and now I've realised I think it was just absolute needless overcomplication. God, that's frustrating. So really the only useful thing is the current chunk, which this thing doesn't know. Fine, but it's not like I can't pass it in. Maybe the chunk width is useful as well. It probably is useful as well, because in case I want to have different sized chunks. That is possibly true. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I think these are useful. I think these three, frankly... what am I trying to achieve? God damn it. You see, I should have known it was a problem, because this stuff's all just nonsense. Done some progress on the game I'm working on. Oh yeah? Anything you can share? I'm excited to see your stuff when you've when you get to that stage. I'm going to try to share this within a week, I think. Like, I just need to fix this problem, mainly because it's annoying me. The game works perfectly well, but it's irritating me that it doesn't really work the way I want it to. Like, I mean from the point of view of, if I change things, I'll get confused, and the more I build on this, the more confusing it will be to change everything, and I can see that happening, so I'm going to try to do it now. But I just... Underwater cave diving horror game. Wow, like 3D. Wow. Wow, that's a really cool idea. Like, would it be 3D or would it be like 2D side scroll? I'm seeing that as a 3D sort of like, that would be creepy as hell. Oh god, what a good idea. What a good idea. Has anyone ever done that? I mean, obviously not successfully, I've heard of it. Like, I remember, so like Subnautica, but with more darkness and horror and spooky vibes. That's such a good idea, Poolaroo. Have you done a 3D game before? I suppose you have to aim high, because it's going to be your whole thing, isn't it? It's your whole, you know, What's the word? Degree. That's what I'm looking for. God, I'm already knackered. What's wrong with me? And do you use Unity or do you use Unreal or something else? I think I remember you saying you used Unity, but I'm afraid my memory is awful. Yeah. Oh, spooky. Oh no, I'd love to play that. Are you just are you kind of like, are you quite near the beginning, or how far through the process are you? I will continue thinking about stuff as well. Don't feel you have to, you know, if you've got better things to do. Don't. I'm just using it as an excuse to procrastinate. God damn, I'm so cross about this. I'm such an idiot. I think the problem is that I've made a boo-boo. I think the tunnel generation CD thing is more confusing than it needs to be. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never got the hang of Blender. Yeah, I've never even, like, I have to say, I mean, my art skills, well, you've seen my art skills, you've seen my penguin. And genuinely, I'm not even joking. This penguin, it's like, well, I mean, it's one of these two is the best piece of art I've ever made, because they're the only two pieces of art I've ever made. So, I mean, so that's... You're pretty far, are you? And so have you kind of got, are you the sort of person who maps it out in advance and has like a story and a whole, you know, like all of your mechanics in a big sort of manual that you're going to implement? Or are you kind of, because I'm very much like I make it up as I go along, basically. I've got quite a good memory for this sort of thing. So, I mean, I know I'll forget some things, which is annoying. Yeah, I get rid of flow as well. But I'll remember about 80% of it, I think. And that's probably good enough. I mean, I'm sure I'll kick out 90% of it because it's rubbish in the end, but I'm just making a funny little silly game about a penguin. God, I can't. No, I wouldn't even know where to start making a 3D game. I genuinely wouldn't. I'd be absolutely flummoxed. Especially a swimming one. I mean, the physics on that must be a nightmare. Come on, penguin. Whee! See, I've put in some debug lines to make my life a bit easier. I think this is kind of working, though. I mean, it kind of more or less works. It feels quite satisfying when you get the hang of it. Oh. I mean, definitely the first step, I think. Next step. Really? Really? I mean, my long-term goal is to make a 3D game. But I thought, like, as my first ever game, I'd be absolutely ridiculous to start with something kind of quite complex. I think I may have told you this before. But yeah, so like I'm starting with, you know, a few 2D things, and I might go to like 2.5D if you know what I mean, like kind of, you know, orthographic. Oops. No, the idea of 3D scares the hell out of me. Mainly, admittedly, I mean a lot of it scares the hell out of me, but predominantly, you know, the art. I mean, there's just, you know, like 2D, this is stressful enough. Like, you know, you need all these little things and stuff, but 3D, you need it. You know, you need a whole other dimension of it. I mean, the amount of art required, but I suppose if you're good at Blender and stuff like that, it's probably actually not much more difficult. But to me, it seems completely and utterly impossible. But, there we are. I know the music for this thing too well now. Have you got any games up there on itch or on Steam or anything? Because I'm always interested in looking at other people's stuff. So, just saying. Yeah, I think I've overcomplicated the hell out of this, haven't I? God, I'm a noobty. This thing's now basically pointless. It's basically just a... God, I'm an idiot. Why on earth did I think that was useful? Why on earth did I think that was useful? That's very odd behaviour. Yes, sure. And the asset store's pretty complete, is it? So that's kind of an indie dev thing to do, is to just kind of... I suppose and people make money out of and selling their own stuff, do they, on the asset store? And so you can buy sort of like different levels of quality, I suppose, or at least fame. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I don't know. I might try it one day. If I live that long. I mean, realistically, I've got maybe 3 games left in me from the point of view of lifespan. Or at least until my brain stops working. So, I mean, if I'm going to make them all on my own. So I think you're doing well to start a bit younger, because yeah, I suddenly feel like I've maybe got time to finish this one. It's going to take 5 years to make this ridiculous game, and then another 5 years, and suddenly you're slightly getting to the arse end of your time, and you're like, well, maybe you've got one left at that stage, especially if you want it to be something big and special. I heard the guy who made Blueprints, he was working on it for 10 years as an indie developer. I mean, I love that game, and all power to him. But I mean, wow. I'm not sure I can do that personally. Well, we'll see. I've done this for 3 weeks now, so you never know. Actually, almost 4 weeks, so maybe. Yeah. Often I've given up on my new projects within 4 weeks, so... It looks like I'm in this for the long run. Alright, I'm just going to have to suck it up that I've completely screwed this up and start again. God damn. Yeah, you see, I'm just a twit. Can you get... Oh, that's not a bad idea. Oh, hello. Can I get the current... That seems a bit ugly, but it may not be a stupid idea. So I got terrain chunks. So maybe I should... Can you get an object? So surface object. So I want to get its... That's to generate surface, but how do I generate the terrain? So no. Alright, well here's a question for all you experts out there. And if you don't answer, I'm just going to ask Claude, but I'd rather a human told me. Is there a way to do what I'm doing here on lines? So at the moment, I've told this thing that I want its parent to be the main terrain object. But what I would like to do is to be able to say something along the lines of terrain object dot, and I know this isn't a thing, set child with tag, or with, with tag, and then you could say that's ground layer, and then that would be called ground. And then over here, back where I'm then consuming this terrain object, no, not in there, yeah, in here, then in here I could get the terrain object out from where the hell I'm talking about. Where am I talking about? Oh, I have. You see, that's not how I'm doing it. Yeah, but essentially, I'd want to be able to kind of get the terrain chunk, and then the chunk thingy with Bob. Whatever. Dot, you know, and then get child by tag essentially, and then ground, and then that would give me the game object that was the ground game object. I doubt that's the thing because it doesn't seem very it doesn't seem terribly kind of, I don't know, object oriented. It just doesn't seem very Unity to me. But I mean, I've only been doing it for a month, so I'm certainly not an expert. So is that a thing I could do? No. No opinions. All right, fine. Test. Right, I'm gonna say to Claude, because I do love it when I ask Claude questions, and it actually is cleverer than me. It's slightly depressing, but it's also quite amusing. So please look at line 18 of terrain generator and line 32 of, oh, not you dick, of underwater zone manager. Do you understand what I am? I realise this syntax is bad. If you do, I'm actually going to start crying. Do you understand what I'm trying to achieve? I might also get another beer while Claude thinks about that. They were just example. They were just places to put the example. Nothing particularly special about either. When we do get trouble tag extension method. No, I don't think I need that. I think get trouble through a tag or just transform.find by name. Yeah, I think I'd rather keep this in the code rather than exposed to Unity. Sorry, I don't usually ask, but I mean, otherwise I'll just spend an hour asking Google how to do this. I'm not sure I like that at all. I think you slightly overcomplicated what I'm after. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to look at whatever this means. I have no idea what a game. So is this a thing? Alright, why not? Let's see what it does. I mean, I have literally no idea how Unity does this. Okay. What, really? God almighty. Doesn't look like it's valid. Do I need to add a using directive? No. The ID is complaining. I don't know. Oh. Alright. It's still complaining. Alright, I know it's case sensitive, I'm not stupid. Still complaining. For both. I know, I know I can loop through the children, but the thing is, I want to. It's quite. I'm worried that what I'll do is I'll, because it's important that. Well, is it important? I don't know. It's an average, so it probably isn't important. But I might add a third child because that's the sort of thing that I might do. Oh, what? Well, that's exactly what I wanted to do, but alright, whatever. What are you waffling about? Oh god, has that actually worked? God, it's so annoying when it's right. So, what the hell did it actually do? Right, what the hell's this? And where does it live? Game object extensions. Okay, so what is a game object extension? No, but I want it to be specific. I want to say I know that this is the ground and this is the ceiling and if I do it just by looping through, then it's a crapshoot. And obviously, I could do it by saying, oh well, I know that I put the ground in first and the ceiling in second. But firstly, I'll probably forget because I'm stupid. And so then it's essentially like, well, this is a naught and this is a 1. At which point I lose all context, and I will come back to it, and I'll be grumpy. Wow. And that works on C# in general. Oh, cool. Oh, a bit like overloads. No, it's not like overloads. Wow, that's cool. Well, you learn something new every day. Alright, so I'm not sure I love it. But it might, I don't know which is better. That's incredible that works. Oh well. So, excuse me, moi. So, okay. So is that actually the thingy bob? It is. I don't know, I've done that. Why have I done that? I may have just learned that for absolutely no reason, which is again the sort of thing that I habitually do. Oh no, so now the terrain generator can handle that shiz. Would I be able to then... Would it be an anti-pattern to also put the... I'm just so worried about doing things wrong. Could I also set the parent, transform in the same code? Well, yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm only going to ask it to do this because I don't know what it means. Give me a... I would tag the ceiling as well. Okay. Please make those changes. Okay, I think I understand what that's all about. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, that's handy dandy. What the hell? Why is that static? Oh, I see. Ah. Oh, clever. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I think I understand that. Well, that's insane. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually see if that works. That's my first step. So, do we still have a working website? Website? God, I've said that so many times in my life. So let's just debug that. I mean, it's not going to be pretty, but it'll give me the information I'm after. Alright, so if this works, then I've got a slightly nicer way of... I don't know, it feels a bit... This feels like the sort of thing I'm going to do a lot, because I like hierarchical programming. So maybe just sucking it up early is not a bad idea. No, you didn't like that. Yeah, you didn't like that at all. Why did you not like that? Oh, right. Only if it is... Oh, you douche wombat. Alright. Alright, well, let's do that one. Turns out, I'm an idiot. Right. Hopefully this will now work. What I want to do is just check it works. It's not much to ask for, is it? Maybe it is. Alright. Come on, Penguin. Also, I don't want you opening big up like this, but you're going to... I wish I could get the console somewhere else. Great. Oh well. No, that's also broken. Why did that break? Oh, come on. Why am I being so stupid? Oh. Okay, fine. Boink. I mean, if it's going to make mistakes, it can fix its own problems. I still don't think this is the right way of doing it, though. I think I'm too hot. Yeah, I just want to check. I want to check it's got something in it. Oh my god. I don't know, I lol at a thingy. Alright, fine. Yeah, you make a good point. I know I'm an idiot. Alright, fine. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I don't even need thingy. What? I'm learning so much about C#. Well, what time is it? What time is it? 1:30. I think I might have one more beer. Why not have one more beer? Be done by 2:30. Yeah, why not? Alright, come on, Penguin. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, that has worked amazingly. Alright, fine. God, it's annoying that it's so good at this stuff. Okay, so... Ow! Oh, my back. Crumbs. I'll never get used to that. It freaks me out every time. Just in time for me to delete it, of course. That's depressing. Right, I'm going to quickly get myself a beer, because why wouldn't I? Oh, my bum. I have returned, it is I am back. Oopah. Right. So, in short, excuse me. Oh. Cheers to you and yours. Alright. Fine. So I think that was useful. So useful I think I should probably use it. Which distresses me. I'm not sure I want that to be the... I think I'd rather that was a game object. Would I? Yeah, because the parent... New parent is a transform. New parent is not null, child transform. That seems reasonable. You have to create value parent. So what does a parent become? And why is it a parent now? What? What? Eh? What? Who? The hell? What? Well, why would that not just be the transform? I'm confused. On line 9 of game object extensions, why is new transform new parent necessary? Could it not just be parent dot transform? Yes, please. Good. I think I was right. Never trust your AI. Silly AI. That makes me happier. Now I approve. I approve of your nonsense. I mean, you could have... Oh, very nice of you to refactor the rest of it as well. Right. Good. Okay, so now, having refactored the refactor, I need to refactor the refactor to the refactor, because it turns out I'm an idiot. God, this is really getting on my tits, if you'll excuse the expression. Right, so, So I reckon, I think I just add that. I'll add that. Add game object extension to be able to get children by a tag. Add and set. Set and get children by a tag. Right, good. So that's great. And I should probably add those bits, but possibly not. Oh, actually, that should have gone there as well. So you can be in there as well. That, I think, doesn't need this shit because I'm going to kill it anyway. Right, so the refactor to the refactor to the refactor. So this no longer does anything, essentially. It's all completely pointless because essentially the only useful bit is this business, which is annoying. This is all absolute rubbish. Why on earth did I think this would be useful? So embarrassing. Right, anyway, so in here, instead of having the tunnel seed, I think I could have a much more simple structure that is shared by these bad boys. Do I have a... I thought I'd made a structure. Oh no, because they all exist at the same thingy because, obviously... One day I'll understand C#. Oh, lordy biscuits. Not Chris, you come to completely distract the living shit out of me. How are you? You good? How's the wacky world of Oregon? Is it Oregon? I've forgotten. You were in Oregon, weren't you? I try. No, Connecticut. Yes, there we go, got that eventually. I know. Sorry, I got that before you said it. But then you said it immediately afterwards. Connecticut. No, Oregon. I know. Oregon somewhere else completely. I don't know where I got Oregon from. Didn't you used to live... something to do with Oregon. One of your songs is... One of your albums? Something to do with you. The word you... There's something to do with you in Oregon. Don't pretend there's not. Don't gaslight me, baby. I'm getting too old for this shit. Like, my brain is literally going... Michigan? No. No. Ghost in the Net. That's in one of the songs. Michigan. Oh, maybe I got that confused. Ghost in the Net's from Massachusetts. So I was talking to him yesterday, and I think he was... No, he's from Wisconsin. Yeah, so he's talking about Wisconsin being the left paw, and then Michigan the right paw. Mitt. He was talking about mitts. That's very American. Oh, it's the left mitt and the right mitt. That's my amazing American accent. So, while you've been away, I've refactored again. From the point of view of the game, absolutely nothing has changed, other than there's now a guide rope for me to know where the tunnel is. But of course, it's absolutely pointless, because the tunnel doesn't really represent anything. So I'm refactoring everything again. It's looking kind of fun though. Yeah? No? Yeah, look. Penguin doing penguin stuff. Come on, penguin, do penguin stuff. Hey, penguin doing penguin stuff. I'm a penguin doing penguin stuff. But yeah, it's done absolutely nothing other than my nice pink lines, which do make me very happy. But then I am quite easily pleased. Right, I don't spend any time in Unity anymore at all. I spend my entire time coding now. Right. So quickly, I'm going to defactor this. Okay, yeah, I am going to refactor that. Or defactor it, or whatever. Oh, it's so annoying. We're gonna get a wing flap, I promise you. Like, no, I mean, if you want to make one, you're very welcome. I'll send you the ping, and you can do some gifs. But my God, I have no idea how to do it. I mean, I'm not joking. I was genuinely so happy when I just made it look even vaguely like a penguin, even though it's a chonky penguin. Can you do art? All right, fine. I have no idea how to send you pings. How do I send you a ping? Right, ping. Penguin. You got to eat lunch. Boom. Well, I tried to copy and paste it into the thing. Discord. Oh, I might really have to set up a Discord server. You're like the second person to suggest that in a week. Literally in 2 days. Oh, Discord. I don't know what it means. It's more things. It doesn't? Okay, can we join someone else's Discord? Do you have one? Alright, no hurry, I'm going to be here for at least an hour. I don't know what that means. I've never used Discord in my life. Okay, well, I'll join your Discord server if that's okay. I should find that a bit easier rather than trying to navigate the horrors. Of course you've got a Discord server. Should I have a Discord server? Do all the cool kids have a Discord server? I mean, I think we can all recognise I'm never going to be one of the cool kids, but... Oh, God damn it. Then there'd be another thing I'd have to look at and like ignore messages from while getting increasingly confused about what it's all for. Why can't it all just be here? Oh, do you remember? You don't. No one does. God, just bring back bulletin boards. That's what I say. I understood a bulletin board. Lovely asynchronous bulletin boards. Oh, those were the days. Anyway. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm an idiot. God damn it. Is that the same bullshit? Oh my God, I think that's the same nonsense. Am I being an absolute numpty bum? I think I'm being an absolute numpty. Because I think the X coord... I think they're the same thing. Oh Lord, I'm such a dingus. So, what have I got? So get ground vector 2. So we got the base points. So I reckon debug.log. Can I do two things? Maybe I can. Let's find out. X chord, comma. No, I don't want a context. Alright, fine. Let's do a plus. Does that work? Will that be a thing? Okay, that seems to be a thing. Base points I dot X. No. Okay. I think they're going to be the same. If they're the same, I'm going to feel very, 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 very foolish. I reckon there's stuff going on I'm not aware of. But then that's usually true, in my experience. I'm usually the last to know. Well, that doesn't seem to work. They are the bastard same. God, I'm a noo-noo. Yeah, they're the same. Obviously they're the same. Because if they weren't the same, everything would be an absolute muckabout. Alright, so... none of that's necessary. That's merely... So I don't need any of that. I do need that and that, but I don't because they're different. I think the seed is important. But I mean only because I want it to be... Gosh, I'm hemorrhaging with viewers. That's 5 at one point. I mean, I know I'm a bit slow and a bit boring. Oh, God. I'll start doing that thing. For bits, I'll start like writing people's names on my chest. I've always thought that was quite a fun thing to do. Like in lipstick. I'm not sure I'm necessarily the, you know, the primary demographic for that sort of thing, but... Yeah, you know, I won't really. Well, I might. I mean, it depends. I don't even know what bits are. I'm not even sure I can afford. I don't think I can even receive them yet. But if I could, I might. You know, I'm not above it. I would, you know, I'd do topless programming. I mean, I think in my case, people would probably pay me bits to put my clothes on. Blah blah blah. Why on earth did I say that? I don't think that's necessary. Right, look, now this is silly, I'm being dumb. So, this is all absolute rubbish. So, that is actually just that. That's not what I meant. And so now if I kill that, is that the same boss business? So what's using you now? Nothing. Why aren't you complaining about the fact that there's nothing using you? Oh, I'm surprised you don't complain about that. Which means that I don't need any of current chunk. Nothing's using that. Ah! Yeah, but I could name it externally. I don't know, I quite like the fact that it does the naming for me. I don't know. I don't know. That could actually just be the start to the end. So that could be base point 0. Oh no. Base point 0 to base points dot length -1. Right, so that's got rid of all that crap. So now I reckon I don't need the current chunk. Current chunk seems to be unused now. Base points is used, but we'll get rid of that in a second. Alright, is that going to work? Tunnel seed, I just pass it in, everything else is just pure. Alright, so I reckon, I think I've been an idiot. I think I've been an idiot all along. Oh, I could learn from my mistakes and repeat them exactly. Come on, Penguin. No, really I want to try and play maximised off, but maybe if you come and have a look. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. One day I'll actually work out what I'm trying to achieve. Come on, Penguin. Woo, Penguin! Yeah, I think this game could be bigger. Oh, I really should stop playing my game so much. I do enjoy it though. Right, anyway, good, fine. Okay, so... Okay. So in here, now we've just got the base points. But the base points are a nonsense. So instead of the tunnel, it could just be the base points. Oh. So here we have the smoothness. Mm-hmm. Alright. So this is now just a vector 2 base points. Oh, now I'm committing again. Fine. Which means that can bugger off. Which means we need used in surface option. And the surface option can go at the end, because everything else is just stuff that's been passed through from outside. Which will make changing stuff later easier. So this is now vector 2 base points, surface option shots for material. And you're going at the end. So now that's what that requires. Not what I meant, but alright. Yeah, that. Boink. But. And that's just the same again. Alright, that's great. Underwater train. So that, I think, will just be the same business as down there. Oh, come on, donkey. Yes. No. I don't know how I cocked that up so badly, but I'll work it out at some point. There we go. Well, please do. Oh! I did not know that. I was not aware of that. Yes, we will definitely be doing that. Oh, that's nice. I did not know that. So we're now also going to need the seed, which is the seed, float, seed, float smoothness, and then you can just be the seed and the smoothness. Alright, this is better. That now does everything I expect it to do. You need now a seed and a smoothness. Boink, boink. Not sure what you're complaining about. No. You're meant to be at the end. Okay. Right. And then you're also meant to be there. Okay. Look, check this out. So now all I need to do is put the base points in. Now the base points were originally... So if I now look in here, what was it? The base points were... No. Oh yeah, so the base points is this shite. Alright, don't be difficult. Oh, what did I do now? Yoink, 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 yoink. Private. To get base, get, I don't know. It's very clear what it does. Get base points. Base points. If blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Let's return that. Return. Yeah, make that happen. Well, just make it, fix it. Thank you. I don't know what that is, we'll deal with that in a second. Right, that could be... So that can now just be a bibble. That's kind of working. Yeah, fine. Oh, I don't know, fix it, dear Henry. What have I done wrong? Oh, that. Alright, excellent. Boink. Right, so now I need some chunk widths, but that's okay, I can live with that. But that's no longer the chunk width, it's now the chunk width, obviously, despite the fact that should actually be a capital C because it's public. That should be capital H because it's a high multiplier. This should be a capital S because it's public. And this should be a capital G because it's public, apparently, which I find slightly odd, but I can get behind that. Alright, fine. So they're now correct. The seed is an underscore seed. Generate X chord is also something that lives over here. Private. Yeah, that. I don't know what the current chunk is. That's now that. Right, so that's all working. The chunk width has now become a maxi chunk width. I'm not sure what that's about, but we'll get to it. That's the chunk width, and this is the chunk width. And then we say generate new chunk. Love it, but what? So that is no longer returning the new factor, blah blah blah. So now we have, what is it? An int or a float? It's a float. Even though it isn't. Generate X chord. No. What? Oh no, that's not what I want. I want get base points. What am I doing? Oh, I got myself lost. I've got myself lost. I was doing so well. No, I got myself in a complete pickle. The underwater zone manager was doing what? I want both those bits. Is there a nicer way of doing that? There must be a nicer way of doing that. Yeah, come on. Right, better. Underwater zone manager. Right, that's now chunk width. Smoothness and gap height. No, that's not what I wanted. Ah, what was I doing? Vector 2 base points equals get base points. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Well, obviously I want that. Alright, good. Base points go into the terrain generator with a whole bunch of shizma-jizzle, which I've kind of forgotten. Generate terrain. Vector 2, transform, material, float, float. Seed, smoothness. Right, now I reckon... Oh, add random fish. Oh, stupid fish. So the fish now has the base points, which should be a vector 2 on the base points. Sorry, why don't you like that? Am I really so stupid? One day I'll realise those two things are different. Fish spawn position is the base points, which is going to take that shit. Alright, that's great. Base points. Index. Base points. What am I doing? Ah, but it's not a ceiling vector. That is an X chord, but it is no longer a ceiling vector. Oh, how about you get on with it, mofo? And then we want, oh, up yours. But the important thing is now, this is not. Oh, are you kidding? I'm such an idiot. This is obviously much better. Obviously much better. No, it doesn't need to be divided by 2. Why are you complaining? Oh, 'cause it's in brackets. Right. So what have I done wrong? Something's gone wrong. So it comes through to terrain generator. So the only problem here now is that the terrain generator. Oh, let's just see what happens. I'm too old. I can't quite hold it all in my brain. I'm not as clever as Claude. My context just isn't as big and fluffy. It's, you know, it's more insightful. It's full of brilliance and intelligence and experience, but it's not very big. So I'm expecting it all to be up a bit. Other than that, I'm expecting it to work. That did not work. What do you mean that didn't work? Okay, that has definitely not worked. No errors? Nothing? Come on. Oh dear. Alright, let's see if anything actually gets generated, because I've obviously completely and utterly buggered this up. Alright, what have we got here? Well, that's great. I love it. Why can't I see it? What the hell's going on up there? What the hell is going on up there? Wow, something is, I'm enjoying how deeply screwed this is. Wow. Okay. Oh, come on, Penguin. What happens if I keep flying? Does anything actually happen? Apparently not. Wow, what the hell did I do to this poor thing? Okie dokie. Well, I would call that an absolute total disaster. Oh, that's just this shit. Oh, I'm an idiot. So where the hell was it? Huh? Huh? Ah? Where was it? No, but seriously, where was it? Yeah, but no, seriously, where was it? Well, there's a fish. Great, love the fish. Am I going to get more fish? Please don't tell me there's going to be more fish. No. No, because I'm not getting any more chunks. Okay, I've obviously done something deeply stupid. My ego was hoping I'd have just done all of that in my head, if I'm honest. But clearly I haven't. Oh god, now I'm absolutely buggered. Alright, what have I done wrong? Except everything, obviously. The temptation to say, Claude, why isn't this working? Alright. Oh god. I mean, hubris is not just a word that they misuse in Star Trek Picard, is all I'm saying. I have no idea what's going wrong at all. I have no idea why none of those things were visible. I'm going to have to do that again. Why can't I see? Where is it? When I double click on something, I want you to zoom in on it and show me where it is. So there's a fish. Great, love the fish. So you've got a fish. I love it. Where is the fish? Great, excellent positioning of fish. Where's this fish? Also fun. And it turns out in exactly the same place. Why are all my fish in the same place? Why are my grounds all in the same place? Okay. No, that's not what I meant. I just meant the X, but that's a different matter. Ah, well the fact that they're both... No. What? I don't know. I don't know. Well, that seems to... Why does that not do what I think it's doing? Why are you slightly blurred out? That distresses me, but... I don't think I need that. I think I could just be there. Right, still don't understand. So, I know, I'm deeply confused and probably very stupid. Absolute, total confusion. Can I debug this nonsense? Debugging is an ancient art. It's a dark art. You see, there's something very wrong with that, for a start. I should probably actually, but that's a different matter. Okay, there's something very, very fishy going on. It's fishy. Don't judge me. I never had a family. That's not true. They just sent me to boarding school. Right. Okay. So what? Okay, well that's at least more than I'm after. Ground 0, terrain chunk 0. But the fact that it's a 0, that's not great. That shouldn't be a 0. That should have, and I'm going out on a limb here, should have a number in it that isn't 0. What? I think I've gone completely loopy-loo. I know what it does. Well, I don't just because I double clicked on something doesn't mean I want you to have an opinion. That is, I think, one of the most unhelpful things I've ever seen. Yeah, I know, that's what the code says. I just looked at it. I mean... somewhat... Seriously, we burnt fossil fuels for this. Claude, don't get me wrong, pretty amazing. This, windsurf, literally just burnt some precious fossil fuels to tell me that the to-do comment suggests the last 2 digits in the Oh, is that what the to-do thing says? Thanks. Absolute rubbish. I'm in a bad mood. You might be able to tell. Like, why the hell? What have I done wrong? Oh, why am I so stupid all the time? Apparently I'm very dumb. What's the chunk width then? Have I done something stupid? Oh, don't tell me I turned them off. Oh, don't tell me they're like 0 or something. Oh my god. Oh, when did that happen? Oh my god, everything's so annoying. All the sodding time everything's so annoying. I never told those to fuck off. Did I? I might have told them to fuck off. What? Maybe that's what the reset thing does. What the? Oh, I don't know what they were. Where's the? Okay, what is well, but why is it? Like, when was the last time I actually had it? Oh god, where's just? I want it in the meta underwater.unity. Right, here we go. It'll be in here somewhere. Why? I didn't kill it, did I? Did I kill it? Am I that stupid? Maybe I am that stupid. Did I kill the whole thing? Oh, I did. God, I'm an idiot. Alright, fine. Well, chunk width 64. Oh, I'm such a douchebag. Height multiplier is 15, which I don't think I use anymore, but let's put it in. Smoothness was 0.05. Oh, just such a noo-noo. And 3.5, and I think I did move the noise amplitude out because I realised that was absolute rubbish. Right, now are you going to actually give me anything new? Oh, now I've got a whole bunch of fish down here for reasons known to neither God nor man. Why are all my fish down there? Okay, this is freaking me out. Oh, and of course I did it with the thing. I'm going to the loo. I'll be back in a second. Oh, I'm such a fool. I'm a fool. Ow. I am returned, I am returned, I am returned. And I don't mean it in a biblical manner. I just mean I've come back from the loo. Hello, it is I. J'ai retourné. Mes petits nonsenses. Is that 15? Then that was 0.05. And the gap height was 3.5. Right. God, I'm a twit. Twit, I tell you. Let's see if this works. Yes, alright. Oh, look at that. Now we've got a nice line. Oh. That's harder. Okay. That's actually worked. Oi! God, that's a lot harder. That's interesting. So that's what happens when my gap becomes 0. Interesting. But alright, fine. Okay, so now I'm actually in a position where I can start to do some... I mean, this is actually where I wanted to be all along. I'm not joking. I've got it exactly where I want it. Ha 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 ha! It has fallen into my trap. I am an evil genius. Well, I'm evil. Right, what was I doing? I'm falling over. Right, that now all works. Don't you take my beer away from me. Okay. Okay. This, actually, that kind of looks sane. This has more things coming into it than I'd like, but on the other hand, I think they are important, so... What can you do? Probably put the transform on the material afterwards, but that's just me being unnecessarily anal. That's boring, but that's mesh generation for you. Okay. I'm down with this. I'm down to clown. Right, so I think this is now the next big question. Oh no, the next big question is, why am I so stupid? The next big question is... Hang on, what? The next big question is, why were those numbers in the middle? Oh, I suppose they weren't in the middle. Oh, they're just around 1, kind of. Are they? No, they're not just around 1. Where are they around? Ground and ceiling. Yeah, love it. But this business... What even are you? No, you don't. You have no meaning. That's annoying. No. Can I want to see what it is. It must be something. I mean, it's showing up. Can I click on it? No, I want to click on the red thing. It's not a game object. I need to make it a game object so I can interact with it. I mean, it's pretty middly, isn't it? It's certainly slightly on the low side, but that could be Quinky Dinks. Let's see. Oh god, what have you done up there, you stupid penguin? No, it's definitely on the low side. Why is that on the low side? Right, there we go. So where are you now, Mr. Penguin? Mr. Penguin, to my books, shouldn't be far off. This should be y equals 0. Surely this is y is 0. Alright, come on, Mr. Penguin. You are now, where are you? You are at y equals 0. So there's no escaping the fact that this thing generally is below the y point. Why? That's weird, because I actually would have expected it to have been above the y point. It's the minus 13, people. Never underestimate the power of a minus 13. Alright, so in on the Red Zone Manager, we make the basey things. So it's this business. So I reckon So what's it kind of oscillating between? Oh, what? Did I kill it? Why am I so stupid? I really am a dingbat sometimes. So, well, alright, how big's the screen? Alright, so the screen is between... Is it possible to know where the screen's between? There must be a better way of doing this. So the screen's basically between -10 and 10. Okay. I can live with that. And I've got a penguin that starts around there. I don't know if that's important, but it probably doesn't matter. Explode! Alright, so we got -10 and 10. So I probably want the play area to be -5 and 5. Which means I want to take away 5 and then times it by 10. Okay, you watch this. 0.5 and times it by 10. I mean, I have my moments of genius, and you're about to experience one. He says optimistically. Now, oh, would that work? That'd be so nice if that worked. Please work. Oh, that made me really happy. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think this is now going to do what I wanted to do. Without magic. So I think it's going to oscillate around the central point. Ish. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, it kind of... No, that's a bit too high. That's so annoying. Maybe that's just statistics for you. No, that does look a bit high. No, that's definitely erring on the high side. Why are you doing that, you ghastly fuck? Oh, that's so annoying. I don't understand why that's doing that. I've obviously done something wrong again. Ah, it's because this doesn't Why the FBM generator? Brain. So I want my Perlin noise. Oh, I don't know. Do I? No, I don't. Ugh. I think I wanted to be in there. I think I do want it to be in there. Alright, well I'm going to experiment. Well, let's see. I mean, the worst that happens is it breaks. Right, that might... I don't know. Because this is now... I don't know. Let's see what happens. At the end of the day, the worst that happens is my computer explodes and we all die. I mean, looking at it from a cosmic perspective, it's not really that important. Oh, but I should have taken the 0.5 on the other one, it doesn't matter. Let's just see if it explodes. Yeah, that exploded. Wow, that exploded hard style. That was some excellent explodifications there. Oh no, but that's the problem. Oh my god, but that's still in the wrong place. Oh no, because then I added another minus 0.5 to it. Alright, no, fine. No, it's a valid point. I'm glad I put in the thingy bob. Right, so we get rid of the 0.5 that's in here, because we're now doing it directly in the noise. The noise is quite hard to reason about. It must be said. Well, this might work. I mean, it won't work because there's going to be a lot of... Because yeah, that's not going to work. But the line, all I'm really after is for this line to oscillate around this point. It didn't really seem that much to me. Alright, let's see what happens. Come on, Penguin, give me what I want. I want the line to oscillate around this point. Uh-huh. That, I would call, is a line oscillating around a point. Right, Penguin, let's go. Oh, yeah, baby. I mean, I think... oh, hello. Hello, precious. Hello. Oh, you're quite a pretty little thing, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. It's good enough. So I've got two versions of my FBM. I want average or extensive. I think that is actually more or less of an average. It's just I've been unlucky with too many not, but that's how physics and maths works. It is definitely staying. Oh, don't be a dick, Penguin. I mean, it's certainly good enough. It's good enough for jazz, is all I'm saying. This is great. I mean, this is, I have to admit, I was probably hoping to have achieved slightly more today. But it is indeed a penguin that goes up and down. And I think if there's anything we can all agree on, it's that a penguin going up and down is one of the best things in the world. It's up there like the, it's like, you know, like the birth of a new child. Oh, my ears are itchy. Baby Jesus. It's the baby Jesus of penguins. No, I've got this nasty thingy. That's no, that's not making my life any better. No, none of those are any better. I think I prefer this one. I can't quite work out if it's doing exactly what I want to do, but it seems close enough, which I'm calling a win. And I won't have any of your naysaying, you whippersnappers. So this thing is, right, that what that is doing in it, that's now doing it around the central point. So I want this generation mode. And I want as permutation mode. I think most of the time I want it as a permutation. I don't know, don't judge me. I think this amplitude business, I reckon. What's my gain? I mean, what the hell is my gain? Seriously, what the fuck's the gain? 1.5. Alright. So let's make this 10. And then take the 10 out of... No? Not you, non-bread. This 10 out. And see what we get there. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we get. Why not? I reckon we're going to get a very similar vibe, but with slightly more wibble. Yeah, but with more wibble. Which maybe it'll be fun, actually. Yes. Oh wow, that's a lot of wibble. That's a bunch of wibble. That's a spicy wibble ball. Wow, that's a lot of wibble. Okay, but in other news, penguin. Let's go up here, penguin. Come on, above the thing. All you got to do is stay alive, penguin. No, don't be a dick. Come on. No, you're just being difficult. Yes, penguin. Oh, no. Oh, you got yourself in a pickle, didn't you, stupid penguin? I'd love it if this followed. Can I make this follow? I mean, I think that is more or less doing... Oh, God, that's so annoying. I think it's more or less doing what I wanted to do, though. I know this looks like a massive step backwards, and in many ways it is. In fact, in all ways it is. However, it's also a massive step forwards in that I now actually am beginning to understand how my bloody code works. Because I was like, oh, I kind of understand this, and then just kind of played with some numbers, and I was like, it's doing more or less what I wanted to do. But it turns out I didn't really understand why it was doing what I wanted to do. So I'm liking that. And then the amplitude changes its gain, and the frequency changes its lacunarity. So I think the next trick is, sometimes we want this to be... I think that's true. So I think at the end we want... I mean, it's annoying, but Boolean... Bool... No, not a bool. Can we do an enum? Enum... expression? No, not expression. Let's just say permutation, that'll do. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Permutation, positive, negative, and neutral. Okay, that works for me, I think. Is that how you do that? I think that's how you do that. God, I've learned so many programming languages in my life, I really have. Permutation. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't care. What do you mean? What? Your mum's less accessible. What does this mean? I will ask Lord. Ah. Alright. No. Parity, what's the word? There's a nice word for this. Offset, you know, negativity, offset. Oh, goddamn. Offset. Now are you complaining? Yeah, I know. I haven't finished typing it yet. I can't be bothered. It's horrible. I know it's horrible. I don't care. I'll hate myself when I come back to it some other time. See? Easy. That's really horrible. That I can't think of many worse ways of doing that. I think it would have been nicer just to have done that as a switch. Yeah, in fact that would have been better to do that as a switch. Do switches exist on this? Permutation? I don't know how that works. I don't know. Case. No. I know it's empty. I don't know, how did that work? Well, I don't want it to. Oh, can't it? That's interesting. Alright, fine. Oh. That work? Alright. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, God. C# such a pleasant language. So, positive is 0 to 1. Negative is always -1 to 0. and the default is kind of half. I don't know, that might work. Excuse me, I think we can delete you. What's using you? Fine. Oh, I can't believe I've gone through this whole bloody problem again, but there we are. So the final points, no one cares about your final points or your base points. FEM, blah blah blah. And what have we got here? Permutation dot fractal menu brush and no. I don't know what that means, but whatever. I don't want any. There must be a better way of doing that than that, but I can't quite be asked to work out what it is. So I'll do it some other time. Right, I'm committing to this now, aren't I? It looks like I'm committing to this. And I think that should just be a I suspect there's an easier way of doing this, but whatever. Alright, fine. Well, let's see what this does. Let's see if we even end up with a functioning thingamabobby. Right, come on. Let's see if we end up with a penguin. I mean, I've changed a lot of numbers, so I'm not terribly optimistic, but we'll see. Yes, yes, well, okay. So the pink line is going more or less where I wanted it to. The pink line could be slightly more exciting. This isn't what it's meant to look like, just in case you've recently joined me. I'm undergoing a fairly hefty refactoring because I realised my terrain generation was an absolute mess. It's going better than it might look from looking at that, FYI. No one ever answers my questions of the day. I think I'm going to stop doing them. I genuinely like my questions of the day. I think they're interesting questions. Yeah, what the hell's this about? Why's that got a 15F on it? Why has that got a 15F on it? The frick? Where did these random like numbers come from? Oh, that's no. I go back. Rinka. I feel like I'm in. Well, that's stupid. Oh no, it's not. Alright, no, that's not. Okay, no, fine. So that's working, I think. So that's just basically giving me 15 and minus 15 in a very odd way. But maybe that's actually doing what I expected it's doing. So I'm hoping that if I look over... Yeah, it is. Alright, so that's 15 and minus 15. Okay, so that's all working fine. This is working fine, other than the fact that they're all in the wrong bloody place. But honestly, I see what's happening. So that's coming up and then that's coming down. So basically they've just crushed together. Where are my fish? My fish are roughly where they should be. Fish. Alright, fish. Yeah. Well done, fish. Are there more fish? Yeah, there's another fish. So the fish are all good. It's just the rendering of my, okay, everything's actually working. It's just the rendering of the tunnel is a little bit off, in case you hadn't noticed. Well, I'm very pleased to hear that. And then if I try to get, yes. Alright. I'm so close, and it's driving me insanity bobs. So, we've got the Underworld Zone Manager, that's great. We got the bibbles and the bobbles with the wibbles and the wobbles and the wibbles and the wobbles and the bibbles and the bobbles. The bibbles and the bobbles and the wibbles and the wobbles and the wibbles and the wobbles and the bibbles and the bobbles. Bibbles and the bobbles, wibbles and the wobbles. Wibbly wobbly wibbly wibbly wobbly wobbly wibbles. Sorry, I'm not entirely sure where that came from. I think I just needed to get some stuff off my chest. Why are those not working? They are working, so why... Oh, well, I'd like you to refer to them, please. Oh, have I killed all the height multipliers? I thought I might have killed the height multiplier. And the gap... what? I haven't killed the gap flight. I ain't killed the gap flight yet, boy. What? Apparently I've killed the gap height. Oh lord, why am I so bad at this? Oh, my nose is so very itchy. So, what? Ah, well that certainly won't be helping. What's this sign? Am I still using this sign? Oh my word, I'm an idiot. Well, that's absolutely going to confuse the living shit out of it. So we'll get rid of the sign. So the sign no longer exists. You no longer have a place in my world. That definitely won't have been helping. Right, let's see how we do now. I know, it's just a constant adventure. If only I had a slightly fast computer, but like, honestly, I've seen people complaining about buying new computers and I thought they're just all being a bit like whingy. Computers are expensive nowadays. I mean, they were much cheaper when I was younger. I mean, I know it's all AI and blah blah blah, but I had no real idea quite how bad the whole situation. Oh, hello. Okay, so apparently, other than the fact that my numbers are wrong, maybe this is how people want to start this game anyway. Nice and slow for the dingbats among us with nice big fishies. Nothing to scare. Nothing to scare. This actually works. Okay. Nothing to scare the horses here. There is nothing to scare the horses. Are you scared by these horses? Are you a horse? Are you scared? This is fun. Is it fun? I'm not sure this is fun. It's a bit too easy. But that's okay. I'm worried this is too easy. But on the plus side, it does work. Something. Ah, look at this though. That's interesting, isn't it? Look what we've got. I hadn't realised this. The numbers. I wonder if this has been the case all along. Look, they slot into each other perfectly. I was not aware of that. And that must be because the numbers going in are the same. And now I'm just... Am I dumb? Am I dumb? Well, this is great news because it actually means like this is an unexpected consequence of it doing what I'm doing. But the fact that it does this does actually mean that it's doing what I think it should do. However, do I want it to do that? That's a different matter. Okay. Hum. No, I don't. I definitely don't want it to do that. That's annoying me. I mean, it's kind of fun, but it isn't what I want. So, what? Okay, there's going to be lots more numbers, and they're going to need tweaking. Oh god. Well, I think it might be approaching bedtime for me because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So I think what this means, tragically, is next session we're going to have a tweaky session. We're going to tweak some numbers and we're going to make this so that actually not only do I like, because the thing is, what's really annoying is I got to a stage where I quite liked the I liked the feel of the gameplay, right? But oh my god, it's annoying. It's good though. The fish are good though. The fish are actually quite good because they're not quite on the main line. It's quite hard to catch them actually. Tell you what I might do. Did I give the penguin? Penguin. Can hold flap. Alright, penguin. Oh yeah, my god. Okay, so it does get a lot easier with that skill though. That's interesting. Oh, it's still not that easy. Interesting. I think the fish might need to be slightly bigger. I think this is slightly annoying. Although on the other hand, maybe it's meant to be annoying. Interesting. Honestly, it doesn't make it much easier actually. Oh, there's going to be so much tweaking at some point. Alright, so I think I'm going to have to put all of that in the game manager, because otherwise I'm going to be flopping between things. So the penguin's going to need to be facilitated by the game manager, which is slightly annoying. But I can live with that. Alright, fine. Okay. God, the penguin's got a lot of gravity on him. Is that new? Does the penguin have more gravity when he has to flap? I don't know. No, he's quite a gravity. The hell's going on? Oh, I'm being an idiot. That's interesting. You kind of expect it with the flap. Interesting. Maybe part of the permaforce. Okay, this needs to be much bigger. So the wibbly wobbliness of the general tunnel needs to be bigger. But having said all this, I'm pleased. I am pleased with my progress. Because essentially I've got rid of a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't necessary. Again. I reckon I could put that in there. And this is a game object. So I reckon I can have a debug mode in here. Fine. Public bool debug equals false. And then in here, when we make the bobs, that's annoying, but I think I can live with that. If debug, then we do. God, very annoying. Can I tell it not to do that? Because I don't want to do it like that. If debug, we take this crap and then return. Oh no, that'd be stupid. So what's that giving me? That's giving me some vector 2s. So vector 2 base points equals, and then if debug, and then we return the base points. Alright, so can I just do it on this? This dot something? Game object? Oh! Hey! Right, fine, look at that. Alright, so now I reckon I can just have that and it's not two things. Yeah? Is that going to work? Maybe? He doesn't know. No one knows. Why would anyone know and or care? Alright, I think, hopefully, if I now set debug on the game object, we'll get that. And it'll be easier to control it at a later date because tomorrow, probably, hopefully tomorrow, is going to be the day where I finally actually fix this shit. Like, but with purpose. Yes, perfect. No, god damn your pants. I get your game points. What's your problem? Update. Object reference. Underwater Zone Manager line 66. What? Okay, yeah. I would like a debug. I know, I'm just too tired. Line render on line 65, but I think. But can I only add one at a time? To the main manager. Is there a way to only add if necessary? If this understands this. Oh, okay. I'm so stupid about this stuff. I thought so. I did think so. I genuinely did. Right, let's see how well it recovers. I like things that recover. Oh, it did recover. I mean, my penguin's in the wrong place, but other than that, nailed it. Okay, great. That's annoying. Oh, that's probably not auto anyway. Well, fuck it. I'll deal with that tomorrow. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Maybe not my most fascinating of things, but I'm actually quite pleased with how I've done there. I think... What do I think? I don't know what I think, really. I think what I didn't realise is quite how difficult this whole thing would be, if I'm honest. And it's not just the coding, it's just the way you have to think about it all. It's just next level. It's very next level. But I will take it. I will think about it overnight, which is often my way. And then we will be back to it tomorrow. So in the meantime, my lovely friends, thank you very much for having joined me. And I will be seeing you.